I do too. She's a sweetheart. We've talked to her a number of times on our show. She's very gracious and just wonderful.
She seems like it.
Did you ever see the movie 9 to 5? You should see that. You should watch that movie. They take their boss and they put him on a harness and connect him to the garage door opener. And every time they hit the button, he's flying around in the ceiling. One of my favorite scenes. Many people are out of work and looking for a job right now. I don't have to tell you that. The unemployment rate, every time the unemployment rate goes down, the media would think, oh, that's good news. No, that could mean that people are just giving up looking for work, is what it probably means.
Right.
If you've been out of work for a while, there might be... It's somewhat intimidating to get back in.
Absolutely. This morning, Kristen is learning what you need to do in 2012 to find a job and which words you should cut off your resume.
Yeah, you guys, I think it goes without saying that, when you look for a job, you do the best you can. You look as hard as you can, and you put your best foot forward. But there's some honest mistakes that you may be making if you're out of work that we're going to help you with this morning. And when I say we, I mean Michael Hayes. How you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
Wonderful. And it's always good to talk to you. So walk me through it. What are some easy mistakes that people may be making when obviously they're not doing on purpose?
Well, they're not treating looking for a job like it is a job. I mean, you actually have to put a schedule together for yourself on a daily basis to try to get up, work on the computer, maybe make some appointments to see some contacts, do some research online, things like that to prepare for interviews.
Okay, so what else? When it comes to making a schedule, you make your schedule when you're disciplined with that schedule. What else should you be doing?
You should also have a interview outfit set aside. And I always tell people this. And that means something you're only going to wear to interviews. It doesn't have to be something really expensive, but it does have to be clean. And it has to be pressed. And you should have a nice pair of shoes to wear. Don't wear tennis shoes or things like that.
So don't ever underestimate the outfit. Does the saying dress for the job you want still apply?
Yeah, and I think an important point I want to make to people is all these things sound really easy, but nobody ever remembers it. And I see that constantly the same small things that people do when they come to job interviews that they don't fix. And they wonder why they can't get a second interview or another interview.
Okay, and if you're getting discouraged, so many people have been looking and looking and looking. If you're getting discouraged, what would you say to that job seeker?
Well, one of the biggest things I tell people is don't show that when you interview. Ooh. If you've got baggage that you're dragging around and going into everybody's office every day and being a big downer, that's not going to help you.
Okay, buzzwords on your resume. A lot of us have the words on our resume. Can you walk me through a couple of them?
Well, I'm a go-getter. I'm very experienced. What does that mean? Those type of words I would stay away from. Telling people that you're a professional. I mean, what does that actually mean? Yeah. I think those are the type of words that you should probably stay away from. And remember, the resume should be fairly short and compact, not very long.
Okay. So maybe if you have any of those words on your resume, which I'm sure a lot of people do, crumble it up. Or maybe just make some edits. Okay. Michael, thank you.
Sure, thanks.
Okay, you guys, I'll toss it back to you, but another thing that I love, I just want to point up there at Momentum Specialized Staffing, Michael actually looks at the waiting room when people are in there, maybe applying for a job, and your dogs are in there, and you kind of observe how the people interact with the dogs, right?
Yeah, because you'll see some people do some interesting things with the dogs, and other times you'll find people that the dogs don't like.
Oh, so my point is, always be on your best behavior. You never know who is watching. Okay?
I get the same feeling over here that there are cameras on us.